Good evening, everyone. Welcome to this event. Uh, cool. So if you guys can see me, if you can hear me, just type hi in the chat box. And I've already got a few questions lined up for me, so I'll answer them one by one. So before we start, just say hi. If you can hear me loud and clear. Cool. So while we wait for the messages, welcome to today's sessions, guys. So in today's session, I'll be doing a lot of profile evaluations. I'll be talking to you with respect to Canada's 2023 intakes, that is January, May, and September. So if you're planning to study in Canada in next year, for the next year, the right time to start preparing is now. And I'll try as much queries I can answer in this session. So to start with, I have two messages. I think they were dropped way before this session. Hi, Hira. Hi, Vivek. Cool. So yeah, two messages which were dropped way before this session started by Akash and Saurav. Australia 2023, 100% scholarships, SAT acceptance. Right. So Akash, this session is for Canada, but I'll quickly answer your query. So yes, Australia does offer a lot of 100% scholarships, but again, they will be very, very competitive. Few universities include Monash and Deakin. They have BC scholarships, which offer you 100% tuition fee waiver. And regarding SAT, Australia does not require SAT at all. So not a single university in Australia will require SAT, no matter which university you go for. So don't waste your time preparing for SAT. Apply straight away. If you want to apply to group of 8 universities, that is the Australia's top universities, you need really good academics. And for scholarships, if you're looking at 100% scholarships, then I would advise you get 90% plus, and plus you also need a lot of other extracurriculars to kind of enhance your profile. So rather than wasting your time on SAT, I would say go for internships, do some online programs, get some volunteering experience. They really add up to your profile, and it helps you get the scholarship as well. Cool. Next question we have is from Vivek. Hi, sir. 12th with commerce, maths, 81%. IELTS 6.5, not less than 6. Please suggest colleges available in Greater Toronto area for 2023 and good courses, accounts. Okay, so I think you're looking for accounts. So Vivek, a lot of colleges would offer accounts programs. So you can check out Fanshawe College. You can check out Durham as well, Durham College. Then Conestoga also offers accounts programs. Canada also offers accounts programs. So these are the few options you can go for. All of these colleges are public colleges. I'm not really sure if you're looking at January intake. If yes, then you should apply right now, because January is filling like crazy, to be honest. And before I kind of jump to the next query, guys, if you are in the process, if you want to start a process, there is a pinned comment in the chat box, which you can see, and you can enroll for LeapScholar, and we can help you with one-on-one counseling, with university shortlisting, with applications, your SOPs, your LORs, visa processing, and you also get to access the free IELTS coaching. Plus, you join the student community of over around 70 to 80,000 students. So practically, you will have friends before you go to Canada. So do join, and cool. Moving on to the next question by Manvendra. I'm currently in 12th and want to apply for Canada for 2023 fall. What is the roadmap to it? Okay, Manvendra, two things. If you're wanting to apply to universities, that is top universities, then you should start building your profile now, because most of the universities will open in next 2 to 3 months for fall intake. So these universities include UBC, McGill, Toronto, Alberta, all these top universities. Technically speaking, for fall 2023, these universities would stop accepting applications by January. But if you're wanting to apply to colleges, then colleges are not open yet for fall 2023. So wait until next year. So that's the roadmap. Hi, Nadeem. Cool. Next question. Sarita is asking, I'm a CMA student, want to do CPA. Can you tell me if I'm eligible for CPA Canada? Cool. Sarita, for CPA, it's something like CA only, which you have to appear for certain exams. So I would advise you to kind of connect with the counselor one on one, because there are a lot of other aspects to enrolling for a CPA. Ideally, what students normally do is, if they go for a postgraduate program in finance or accounting related programs, and they side by side also appear for CPA exams. So I would advise you to connect with a counselor, and they can help you accordingly. So maybe shortlisting the program as well. Manvendra, I've answered your query. Cool. Karan Sharma, I have done BSc, B.Ed, IELTS, 7 bands suggest me. Okay, Karan, you have a B.Ed, you already have a B.Ed, so you can go for a postgraduate diploma in early childhood education or related areas. Early childhood education as a career in Canada is pretty booming, and I'm pretty much sure there are pretty good job opportunities for early childhood educators. So you can try for those courses. Uh, how's Sheridan College for business analysis and suggestion on 1+1 year bundle courses? Okay, Jagan. So Sheridan is one of the public colleges located in Toronto area, and it's one of the best public colleges, to be honest. Talking about your 1+1 year bundle courses, uh, the major advantage you get in a 1+1 bundle course is obviously the 3 years PSW again, because it becomes a 2 year program. Second is basically if you're looking to specialize in more than one fields which are related. So I would advise that if you go for a 1+1 bundle program, make sure the programs are related. So I'll give you an idea. Let's say if you want to do something in marketing, you can do one diploma in marketing and the other diploma in a related field, like maybe content marketing or digital marketing, because they kind of go hand in hand. So make sure your two diplomas are kind of interrelated. They should not be entirely different. It will give you an edge. Next question is by Sahil Rajpal. My name is Sahil and I want to pursue computer sciences from Canada, currently in 4 year of BTech. CGPA 9.47, IELTS 6.5 with speaking 6 and writing 6. So Sahil, if you want to pursue computer sciences, there are two options. Either you can go for a master's degree or a bachelor or a postgraduate diploma or a certificate. So master's degree would be ideally 2 years, and for a postgraduate diploma, that can be either 1 year or 2 years. Your CGPA is good, so I can recommend you going for a master's. But again, you would, because the competition in Canadian universities is pretty high. So if you want to get into a university for a master's program, I think ideally you would need to retake the IELTS and score at least a 7 bands, because it kind of increases your chances to get into a university. But if you want to get into a college for a postgraduate diploma, I think your profile looks pretty good to me. However, make sure that your IELTS is 6.5 with 6 in each. So no band should be less than 6. Why I'm saying that, there would be certain colleges that will accept you, with a lesser band score as well. But again, that will result in your application being submitted under non-STS. So Canada is already seeing a massive backlog in terms of visa applications. And if you apply under non-SDS, the duration, the time taken to process the application can be around 3 months. And the chances of visa refusal is also high. So I will advise you that retake the IELTS with 6.5 and 6 in each. Cool. Vivek, I think I've 85% commerce with maths. Yes, I've told you. 6.5, 6, you have a good profile. Colleges, I've also suggested you. But for January 2023, make sure you apply straight away, because you already have everything in hand and colleges are closing fast. So I'm not really sure if I tell you that Fanshawe is open right now and Conestoga is open right now. The status changes every day. So I had this case wherein a student of mine, I filed an application for Northern College, and I filed the application in evening India time. And by the time the college opened in Canada, in the midnight, the program was already full. So Canada is very uncertain that way, and especially January intake is very popular. So apply as soon as possible. Cool. Arpita is asking, hello sir, I have a gap of 11 years after 12th and have 5 years experience. Okay. 11 years after 12th, and I have 5 years of experience. Can I apply for student visa? Unfortunately, Arpita, your profile does not match. Like it will not be relevant, applicable for a student permit. I would advise you to look elsewhere. As in, like, I'm not really sure about other countries as well, because gap of 11 years after 12th is very detrimental to your overall academic profile, and I'm not really sure if any country will accept. Next question is by Taman Ahmed Azad. Grade 9th, 87%. Grade 10th, 92. Grade 11th, 86. Grade 12th, predicted 95. Paid internship with 2 startups. Founder of a non-profit organization. Profile evaluation for Canadian universities. Okay, so you have 12th predicted, which I think you will be graduating from 12th next year, Taman. I think your profile is pretty good. You can apply to a lot of top universities as well. I think one of my students, he scored a 94.6% this year, and he's accepted by Waterloo for computer engineering. So I'm pretty much sure your profile would be apt for every university you apply to, because your profile is pretty strong. But again, talking about universities in general. So if you're looking at top universities like UBC, Toronto, SFU, UWIC, Alberta, Manitoba, these universities would be a little bit on the higher side in terms of tuition fee than the colleges. Cool. Next up, we have Hirak. My question is, how can I avail scholarship for studying in Canada in 2023 September intake? My another question is that when should I start my process for September 23? I'm in PCM class 12. Cool. Hirak, I think the right time to start building your profile is now, because if you're looking at September 2023, most of the universities will open in 2 to 3 months. So usually they open in September for applications. And if you want to get scholarships, the deadlines are usually December. Again, Hirak, one thing I want to make clear that getting a scholarship in Canada is very, very challenging because a lot of students apply for Canadian universities, and the funding is not as generous as I would say Australia would offer, or maybe UK would offer. So apply early. I think you should start building your profile now and start applying September, October. That's the ideal time to apply for fall 2023. Cool. Before I proceed further, guys, one thing I want to repeat again is, like, if you're planning to study in Canada in January 2023, or even September 2023, or even May 2023, I think you should start getting in touch with our counselors. And because it's high time you start building your profile. Canada is seeing a massive amount of applications, and it's going to, most of the colleges and universities are going to fill very fast. So there's a link which is floating in the chat box. You can click the link and you can sign up for LeapScholar. Cool. Moving on to the next query. Karan is asking, I have completed my BCom. Can I do a diploma in Canada? Yes, Karan, you can. You can do either a 1 year or a 2-year diploma. Arpita, I've answered your question. Sehajpreet Singh, B Pharmacy, 7.15 CGPA, IELTS 7.5, want to go for masters in related field like health informatics. Can I go for that? Sehajpreet, I would advise you to either stick to pharmacy field, or you can also opt for healthcare management or healthcare administration programs. Why I'm telling you that? Health informatics as a field is, it's a crossroad of IT plus healthcare. And with B Pharmacy, you don't have an ideal background. Also, if you stick to pharmacy, pharmacy is one of the most growing areas in Canada right now. So if you're looking to study in Canada and wanting to settle down in Canada, pharmacy is a great field to be. And one thing more is, for B Pharmacy students, and this is from my personal experience, I know a couple of students from India who had a B Pharmacy. They moved to Canada and they got really good part-time jobs as well. So you can work at a pharmacy as well, which will be relevant to your profile. It can add up to your Canadian experience as well once you look for full-time jobs after graduation. So I would say stick with B Pharm, pharmacy-related programs only. Vivek Jain, yes, accounting is a good career in Canada. So in case you don't believe me, then there is a YouTube live I did with Nidhi Nagori on our channel on YouTube, on LeapScholar channel as well. You can check that out. She's also from the same background. You can watch that video. Cool. Next up, we have Rohan. Can I choose business course in Canada after 12th art stream without maths? Rohan, so this is a very tricky spot to be. Yes, you can choose a business course, but again, it will vary from college to college. So not or from university to university. A lot of universities would have math as a prerequisite to get into a business course. Only math, no other subject. But again, a lot of colleges would also accept you without math as well. There are certain subjects which you can pursue, like marketing, HRM, and business communication, hospitality management, if that interests you. So yes, you can, but again, it will vary. So universities, pretty much sure that most universities will require math as a prerequisite. But colleges, yes, a lot of colleges will accept you without math as well. But again, subjects would be limited to something like marketing, HRM, business communication. Vipul is asking, I've completed my BE Electrical from India, which is the best course to study in Canada according to FutureScope. Vipul, there are three options for you. Either you can go for a management program, which is Masters in Management, because you already have a 4-year degree. Second option, you can stick to electrical engineering only. Third option, you can either go for a project management or engineering management program. So these are the three options for you. Out of these, all three of them have good scope. But if I was at your place and I had to choose any particular program out of these three, my first preference would be engineering or project management. Second would be the electrical engineering, and third would be the Masters in Management. I hope that answers your query. Sayesh Naidu, hi, what are the good PG diploma programs for BCom stream and best colleges to apply? So colleges for BCom people, there are plenty of colleges. So any college in Canada, they would offer programs in business, accounts, finance, marketing, HRM. So for BCom people, I think the ideal way forward should be finance or accounting. Why? Because finance and accounting are one of the most in-demand streams. You can also go for logistics and supply chain management if that interests you. Apart from that, colleges, I think most colleges would offer these kind of programs. So they can be 1-year programs or 2-year programs as well. Akshay, I graduated in 2021, Bachelors of Engineering, currently working in TCS. Looking for 2023 fall intake, I'm planning to pursue engineering management in Canada. Which are the best colleges for this course? Plenty colleges, Akshay. They will depend on which area you're wanting to study at. So I would suggest if you're looking at engineering management, colleges in GTA would offer a lot of programs, Greater Toronto area. And if you're looking at something like, you want to settle down in Canada and, get priority PR, I would say, why don't you check out Atlantic Canada, the 4 provinces? They have, they're giving a lot of support in terms of, to help international students settle down. So yeah, plenty options depending on which area you want to live in. Next up, Satyam, 10th 96%, 12th 90%, BE Computer Science, Tier 1 University, 7 CGPA, IELTS 8.5, want to pursue cybersecurity. Okay, Satyam, do you want to pursue a PG diploma or a master's? So you can apply for both. 7 CGPA, you have a very strong profile, and you can apply to universities in interior provinces like Saskatchewan, Manitoba. All these universities would have a computer sciences program with options to specialize in cybersecurity as well. Cybersecurity being one of the subjects you can study. So I hope that answers your question. Pal is asking, I just passed my 12th science CBSE with 94.8 and my IELTS score is 7 bands. Want to pursue computer science. What is the roadmap? Want to get into top university with great scholarship. Cool. Good profile, Pal. I would say really good, really strong profile. And unfortunately, you cannot, the top universities, they only offer fall intake. So ideally, you can apply for next year, which is September 2023. And like I said, September 23 fall intake for top universities will open in 2 to 3 months, ideally September, October. So ideally, you should start building your profile now. And because you'll have one, because you graduated from a 12th standard this year, so ideally you would have a gap of 1 year, and that's perfectly fine. But I would say get some, internships, experience, pursue some online courses. Don't sit free, just to make sure that you put across a message to admissions committee that you've been very productive during your gap year as well. So do take in a lot of experiences before you apply. One for all, going to UK is best idea for masters, or should I consider some other countries? My aim is to settle down abroad. Okay, to settle down, I would say Canada should be the number one choice because it's easier to settle down in Canada. Uh, However, that being said, that does not mean that UK does not offer a lot of opportunities. UK does. But yeah, UK, it takes time to settle down because you have to go through various steps. You have to get a post-study work visa, then you have to move to a skilled worker visa. And after you keep that skilled worker visa for a few years, for 5 years, then you can apply for the ILR, which is the indefinite leave to remain. It will entirely depend on your circumstances. But if settling down is your priority, then I think nothing beats Canada. Khushi, I'm in 12th now. So is it beneficial for me to go in higher studies in Canada, or should I wait till my bachelor's degree? Okay, Khushi, I'll answer it this way. Bachelor's degrees abroad can be expensive. Reason, if I talk about Canada, usually the bachelor's degrees are for 4 years. So ideally, you need to plan ahead because you will need funding for 4 years, which includes your tuition fee and living costs. Living costs, most students, they kind of, they work part-time and they kind of manage. But again, you need to set aside tuition fee as well. So if finances are manageable, then definitely yes, because I also did my bachelor's abroad. If not, then I would say get your bachelor's degree in India and then you can move abroad for your master's degree. Cool. Guys, before I move on to the next question, once again, there is a link in the description you can use to connect one-on-one with a counselor, and they can help you with all the questions you have. So they can answer very, very small questions, which I'm not able to answer because of obviously the time restraints we have. Next question we have from Amit Chauhan. I have a question. I've cleared my degree in 6 years instead of 4. I have 2 years drop, but I have 8.5 CGPA. Are there any chances to get admission in US, UK for MBA? Okay. So Amit, that will depend on why you have that gap. Is that gap justifiable? So ideally, gaps are not a problem. Gaps are not a problem at all. Depending on how long they are. So ideally, I would say 2 to 3 years is also fine. 2 years is normally acceptable. But again, you have to justify why the gap was there. So was there any financial issue? Was there any medical emergency? Did you have any personal challenges at home or anything like that? So as long as you can justify, it's perfectly fine. Again, with 2 years gap, I would say UK would be an ideal option for an MBA. And also in such cases where you have a gap and where you have to justify your gap, and if you're making, a change of subject, a strong SOP is very, very mandatory. So I would recommend highly that you connect with us. And if you sign up, you also get SOP and LOR editing assistance from the leading SOP writers, and they can help you with the SOP as well. Cool. Next question we have, Kaval. I did 12th only and I have 2.5 years gap. Will there be negative consequences? Yes and no, both, Kaval. Yes, because 2.5 years gap, again, it's huge gap, and especially after 12th. Most countries are happy with 1 year gap, but when 2.5 years is way too much. But again, for you, I would say you can try for UK as long as you can justify your gap. So why the gap is there? Why did you take 2.5 years gap? So that will be major agenda, and your SOP has to be very, very strong. So as long as your gap is justifiable, then it's fine. But again, it will be a very, very tricky borderline case. Raj Mohinder. Hi, sir. I've completed 10th with 94.6 and 12th with 92.4. I think, Raj, I've answered this question. If you've already completed your 12th and you're applying for, I'm not really sure if you want to apply for university or college. So if university is your thing, then I think there are few universities that will accept you in January as well. But if you're looking at top universities, given your profile is pretty strong, then I think the ideal intake will be next year, September 2023. But again, there would be a lot of universities that also offer January 2023 intake, and colleges are also offering January 2023 intake. So you can start applying. So you can sign up for LeapScholar from the link in the chat box. Cool. Spooky Cat, I graduated in 2020. No WorkX. Will visa be an issue? If that was because of COVID, if you had issues because of COVID and all, then I think a lot of universities and colleges are okay. They are allowing, kind of okay with the gaps because of COVID. So if you can justify that, I don't see any problem. Cool, guys. I'm just taking other questions. Like I'm not because a lot of people have been asking me same questions, so I'm just taking different questions now. When I have to give IELTS exam for main take, recently completed senior secondary with 92%. Ranjit. Ranjit, I think if you already completed your 12th standard, just start preparing for IELTS. I think now is the right time. And if you want to go for a UG diploma, 6 with 6, and if you want to go for obviously in May, you don't get university intake. So ideally, you'll only get colleges. Yash Yola. Hi, sir. I've completed my BCom and looking for PGDM courses in Canada and CGPA of 8.5, IELTS 7.5 band. I'm looking for January 2023. Yash, you have a great profile. I think you already have your IELTS score in hand. Why don't you apply? So click the link and just get in touch with one of our counselors, and they can help you with applications. Guys, for all people who are looking for January intake, it's very important that you start applying right away. So if you don't believe me, there is one video I did with Humber College. It's on a YouTube channel. You can check that out. The person from the university himself told me that colleges fill very, very fast. So make sure you start applying now, because a lot of colleges would start, they have already started closing, and by August, January, I think it will be full in Canada. So start applying right away. Next, Yuvraj Joshi, is Germany better than India for bachelors after 12th in terms of expenses and quality education? Yes, way better. But Yuvraj, having said that, Germany, most bachelor's degrees would be taught in German. So if you are proficient in German, I would say go for it. Cool. I'll take 2 more questions before we wrap up this session, and I'll be back with another session on Friday as well. So keep watching LeapScholar YouTube channel. Mansi is asking, I've completed my BCom in 2020 and currently doing my MCom, and it will end in 2022. I want to go to Canada for a PG diploma. I'll not recommend going for a PG diploma after a master's. Mansi, I would suggest going for a master's degree only, but make sure that your master's degree, which you choose in Canada, is not similar to your MCom degree as well. So it has to be something different. And for that, please get in touch with the counselors, and they can help you select the right course as per your overall profile. Cool. Next up, I'll take a question from Mohsin. MCom in 2009, experience in HR department since 2008 to till date, looking for HR course. Can I try for Canada and UK? 2009. So that's a long, I would say, time actually. So I'm not really sure about 2009 till now. There's one more factor which will come into play here is your age. So Canada is generally not receptive of people who are 35 plus. So, however, there have been cases. One of my students, she got into MBA at University of New Brunswick, and she's around 34. Uh, if you're above 35, it becomes difficult for people to get a student permit for Canada. But yeah, I think UK will be an ideal option in this case. Cool. Thank you, guys. I'll be back with another session on Friday again. So stay tuned and keep watching the videos, and I'll see you again soon. Have a good evening, everyone. Thank you so much.